Welcome to Basement Dad's Pinball Podcast, where we talk everything entertainment. That's books, board games, movies, music, and of course, pinball. My name's Extra Paul. George is here as well, along with Mike. We'll be your hosts for this episode, so hold on to your banisters, folks. We got a heck of a show for you.
Heck yeah. Love that intro and love our guest, Mike. AKA Lord Helmet, coming to us live from someplace not here in the Panic Room. Mike, how are you doing tonight?
I am very well. How are you two?
Very well. Paul, how are you?
I'm doing awesome. Yeah, it's I might be still a little bit tired after that all that driving you had to do. it wasn't me at all. It was all you, dude.
That was 30 hours of driving over 5 days, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Over 5 days, 30 hours of driving. And you may be asking, why would somebody drive 30 hours over 5 days? Well, today is New Pinball Day. Paul, Mike, and myself got the opportunity to check out, man, I didn't have the right background on this fantastic game that you can now see, Star Wars Fall of the Empire. We got hands-on with it on Wednesday this week at the Stern Pinball Media event before it was disclosed to the public, which was awesome. And man, we got the whole show. We got treated, I feel like champions, like royalty for a day from Stern. What did you guys think?
Yeah, to put it in perspective, so for everybody, the 30 hours of driving, that seems pretty quick because it was from from Colorado to Chicago, but we had to make a detour down to Florida to pick up Mike, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that added a few hours.
Okay, so no, Mike flew in, and George and I made it via I-80, right?
Yes. 80
Pretty
to
much.
88. 76 to 80 to 88. That was the whole trip.
But mostly 80.
Mostly 80. Yeah, through
Yeah.
Nebraska and Iowa, which is the two most boring states in the United States.
But yeah, overall, we got treated very well from Stern. They fed us twice, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think we were kind of anticipating a little bit of a smaller turnout there this time because Expo's right around the corner. And we had heard from a lot of George's friends, particularly a few of mine, but mostly George's friends, that they were gonna they couldn't justify 2 trips within a short time frame. Not that they didn't want to come see it, but that they were going to be in Chicago within a month
Yep.
for Expo. So,
Kinda hard to
but was
justify.
that the case when we actually went? Did it feel like it was just the 3 of us there?
No, not
Nope.
at all. Yeah. Packed.
Yeah, we apparently just don't know the people who are as committed as we are. But now we do. Right?
Yes, absolutely. And there were so many cool people we got to hang out with. I mean, besides you two, which I feel like really
It's
made the
hard to
trip.
top that.
Yeah, right. How do you beat Lord Helmet and Extra Paul on a trip like this?
Right.
But we did get to hang out with Jordan from Hup Challenge, Erica from Erica's Pinball Journey. We got to hang out with Jeff from Dirty Pool Pinball. I got to say, I've never hung out with Jeff before. Jeff was cool. Like the most surprisingly chill, awesome person. I like, it was just surprising to meet somebody who is both very down to earth, very funny, and as cool as you would expect them to be if you've watched their streams or anything like that. Also, man, who else? Steve Bowden was there. Of course, the entire
Yeah, it was
Stern
nice
gang.
to see Steve.
Yeah, Steve was good.
It was very nice to see Steve.
Doug from Cool Toys. Forgive me, I'm probably going to screw that up.
No, you got it right.
Yeah.
It's Doug.
Doug from
Oh,
Cool
I did?
Toys.
Yeah. He and Adrian, they were awesome. Hung out with them for a little bit.
The nicest people in pinball. Like I there's so many nice people. Steve Bowden, of course. Honestly, I mean, short of Kaneda, I feel like everybody else is really nice in pinball. And Doug and Adrian were fantastic. We ran into them at Starbucks. It was one of those like
Yes.
we all left early to go grab coffee. We're sitting there, and I kind of look over, and I'm like, that dude looks familiar. He's the toy something. I know it's toy
Cool Toy.
something. Yeah.
Cool Toy.
Cool Toy. Yeah. I called him. I'm like, aren't you the toy shop guy? And he's like, it's Cool Toy, but whatever. So, and then we ended up just talking at Starbucks for like 20 minutes before we all decided to head over to Stern. So,
Yeah, it was
the whole
fun.
experience, very cool.
Yep. Yeah, it was good. And then Don and Matt too, from Bash, right? Bash Pinball.
Yes.
Yeah,
Don and sorry, what was the other guy's name?
Matt.
Matt. Yes.
Yeah, we had we'd hit it off with him last time, but I personally I don't think I don't want to speak for you guys, but I didn't get as much FaceTime with them. They said that they were actually due to work reasons they were flying back that very night at 6:00.
Yes.
So which I was like, props for making it work anyways.
Yep.
Tess Bishop wants to know: did we all skip the factory tour? Hell no, you never
no.
miss a chance to take the factory tour. Kyle is like, it's been Kyle who's been my tour guide for both factory tours that I've been on, and he was like a lot more excited this time compared to the first time. I think he had just had already done it with a prior group, but we were the first group this time. Not that any tour is a bad factory tour. This is probably all coming out wrong, but he was, I don't know, he was like ready to show us the secret goods Not his secret goods.
No,
Stern's-
yeah, the secret goods.
Oh.
Just,
Yeah,
I mean,
he
while we're
tolerated
talking about
me
it.
asking every question I could.
Oh, and he loved it. Actually, I think it was Mike. That's the reason he was so happy, because he actually had somebody to give him prompts on all the things
What
he should
to
be
say.
saying the entire
Yeah.
time. So,
Oh, I was like a machine gun. What's this? What's that? What's this? How do you know this? Do you know that?
You were
Can I have
operating
this?
on like the money or the I don't know, like the whatever the social currency is of having asked all of the questions that everyone else was thinking that no one felt comfortable enough to say. The entire rest of the day, people were like, Mike, thank you so much for asking so many questions. It was great.
Oh, Don even mic'd me up halfway through. I'm pointing at the camera because, you know.
Yeah, obviously. So I'm just going through some of the footage we have here. There's Kyle, walking us through, just talking for 45 minutes straight, as he's walking us through this 120,000 square foot factory. I feel like I keep getting the square footage wrong.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. It was just massive. It's a massive plant.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
you'd say. A lot of cool stuff. Got to see the Jaws 50th in person for the first time. That's a lot prettier than I expected. I'll say that.
When other podcasts like the Pinball Show talk about, what's currently on the line at Stern, we were there. So we can tell you that Jaws 50th is definitely on the line at Stern.
Yeah, look at them all.
Yep. And I know some people are so upset by Jaws 50th because they went all in on the LE. Mike, you went all in on the LE for Jaws.
Mm-hmm.
And then they released the 50th and they put sparklies in the play field, and it has different armor. What's your thoughts on that?
Love the bronze wire forms and the sparklies, as you so eloquently put it. I think that made just a world of difference. Like, it brings out the water effect, I think, a little bit more. So I was really shocked. Oh, and then the dimple machine. This thing is incredible. The history of it is awesome.
Yes.
It still works today. Oh, that was so cool. And
It doesn't
Allie,
just-
props to her for pushing to get them to show us how that worked, too.
Yeah. So I've been through this once. They showed it, but Allie's like, can you just do it? And they brought over, was it Geraldo?
No, it was not Geraldo. Geraldo wants a mustache like mine.
Okay, got it. Yeah. So they brought a guy over who's like, yeah, we can do this. Let's just throw some on there really quick. And we kept running into that same individual who kept making all of the things happen because there was people in our group who were just like, can we see a pinball machine get boxed? Can we see a play field get done? Can we see this actually work in person? They're like, yeah, we can do it. No big deal.
I'm wanting to say Javier.
Javier. I think it was Javier. Yeah.
Pointing at the camera again.
Regardless, the gentleman was amazing.
Irregardless,
like
right.
there was multiple instances where the whole crew was on lunch break, and he's like, "Oh, you guys just want to see this? That's not a problem." Like, and then just pulled his weight around the factory, and got a couple people to step in and be like, "Yeah, it's no big deal." Like, enjoy yourselves welcome to Stern. Like, enjoy yourself on the tour here. Yeah.
And I can't say it enough. Kyle was great. Like, I know you said that earlier, George. I thought he did fantastic going through all of this. That was
Kyle's
fun.
great all around. Yeah. I've been watching Kyle for years, well before he, I guess, came back to Stern, because he was with Marco Specialties for a while.
I didn't know that.
Also, some great picks. I mean, at this point, we're starting to show off the actual game. Maybe we should come back to these.
Sure.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you guys catch any of the? I'm sure everybody in the chat has seen the official trailer by this point. I mean, we can go through it.
I think we should give it a watch. It only came out earlier today. Officially, the official watch of the official game trailer.
Sure. Did you guys watch any of the premiere stream though, as well?
No, I did not.
Okay, I did actually. Not the whole thing, but I caught enough of it to. I just wanted to see how the internet was reacting to it.
And
Oh yeah.
you know,
I
don't
don't know.
don't
Yeah,
answer
yeah,
that
well,
yet.
we're gonna watch the trailer
Yeah.
first.
Let's watch the trailer, folks. F11. That is the wrong screen. I just messed that up. It was- let's do this one.
We need your help to defeat the Empire. Oh, we're saved!
Awesome trailer. So, a couple of big things about this game is it's Star Wars. Obviously, everyone knew that. But number two, it's Spike 3. And Paul, do you remember some of the key differences with Spike 3?
Several. So first and foremost, you're going to see a larger screen. I believe it's it might have even said in the ad 18.5-inch display. The speakers are louder without any distortion on them. The next thing is that by the way, the translite size is the same. They did not. That remains unchanged.
Yep.
I know a lot of people were concerned with the larger screen. Is the translite area, is that going to have to be smaller? And the answer is no. So the next thing would be that the LEs are now coming with expression lighting kits already in them. I don't know if that was always the case.
It was with Rush,
Okay.
and it was with Rush. I think the big difference is with John Wick, they introduced it for the first time that wasn't a music pin.
Sure.
And I'm willing to bet they're just going to add it to everything
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, that's the impression that I got, is that it's just going to come standard with every LE.
Sure.
Regardless of the theme. And then there is room for the upgrade kit on premiums, but not on pros.
Yes, for the expression lighting kit.
Other things would all be internal, so faster boot times, things like that.
More memory, faster CPU, but what's the big one, Paul, for streamers?
Oh, you got that HDMI port for direct audio and video.
Yeah, so give me a sec. I'm going to show some of that because we got a close-up view of what the inside looks like. And this is a premium, so you can see the spot for the standard speaker and not the tweeter, because now it comes with a like a mid and a tweeter on the LE. But you can see the screen is bigger. And also, boom, we got this. I'm going to see if I can... Nope, can't zoom in. It's fine. But that is an HDMI port at the top of the like primary board right there. That is awesome. That is a bit of a game changer for the streaming side of things, maybe even for locations that want to not just do a television that shows the playfield for people behind them, but also a larger screen for maybe what the score is. You can do quite a bit with this. I'm excited, and on top of everything else, audio comes over the HDMI cable. So no more both HDMI and a 3.5 millimeter cable or wireless that you have trying to go back. It all comes through on the HDMI.
It seems silly.
Spike
to do
3
it
is the
otherwise.
future. All right.
Did that always
The
seem silly to
feature-
you guys? Is it just me? If you have a port that is capable of transmitting video and audio, to have to only use it for the video and then having to have a separate plug for the audio?
Yes, I imagine there was some justification for it. Like they didn't need it, or they didn't have. It was cost effective for them not to use it. Or I've worked for a company that did several revisions of a custom made board, and you'd be surprised what companies have to do with where they've designed the traces, the components that they've designed into the board. Like parts just disappear and they're no longer ever available. And the only replacement that might be available is one that does half of what it used to, but it's enough technically. And it still justifies going with the crappy component rather than spending a year of dedicated development, generating a new board and changing everything. So I've been through that enough to know that you end up with some weird things, especially over time on a product like Spike 2 that we know lasted almost a decade.
Yeah, I think, yes, they are laying the groundwork for their future titles with a lot of the Spike 3 stuff.
Sure.
That's in there. Not to mention, I guess I forgot to mention the new menu system that we've seen glimpses of between King Kong and Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
As well. So that's all in there as well. Anytime you're doing diagnostics and testings, it'll actually show you a map of the play field that's kind of been already implemented by other companies. So Stern is following suit, and it is much appreciated as well that they're modernizing all of this stuff. I don't know why I can't speak tonight.
It's a Friday. It's okay.
Right.
We'll let that go. Okay.
We haven't taken long enough of a hiatus between episodes, so it's
So there are two people who were the leads on this game. Mike, you're pretty familiar with at least one of them. You want to walk us through the designer really quick?
Mr. Borg, Mr. John Borg, that is. He's done multiple games. Turtles is one that we actually had before from him. I'm trying to think. I know we've had one other, and I cannot remember. Typically, they come across to me as a little more challenging, which I do enjoy. But when we got time to talk and chat with him, do you want to know what I actually talked to him about?
What is that?
Bigfoot fishing in Florida.
Wait, is that one thing that covered all three of those, or are those three independent topics?
3 independent topics.
Okay.
Like some stories from his fishing events, some stories from mine. But we actually talk to him here and there, maybe a couple times a month. He's a super nice guy, really down to earth, friendly, just a good dude all the way around. But yeah, that's what. While everybody else was asking him pinball questions, we were sharing fishing stories.
Awesome. And Paul, who do we got on software?
That's Raymond Davidson. I just looked it up here because I saw a question in chat if that wall art in the background is available. Tess Bishop asking us that. And it is, in fact. You can buy it on Stern's website for $3,499.
Yes.
Yeah. See the wall art in the photo? I do.
It is awesome.
It is
Yeah.
awesome. It's quite large and quite bright and quite expensive.
All of those things. What's fun is that I feel like there are a few people who've bought them who then regret the purchases. They show up occasionally on Pinside, so keep your eyes peeled.
So the wall art on the left is actually a TV.
Oh, good point.
That's showing the logo. So yes, I guess for considerably less than $3,499.
Considerably less, yes. Yeah. No, Tess Bishop, you keep coming with those questions.
No, we're here to answer all the questions that we can, anyways. But yeah, Ray Day on Code here. And we started to go over this with our last podcast when we started to cover the first half of the Spike 2s. I can't remember exactly where we left off with Ray Day's career with Stern in particular. But I guess he started off on Avengers, right?
Avengers, then
And then Led Zeppelin.
Yep,
And then Rush.
definitely was on Rush,
And then Foo Fighters, and then Metallica remastered, and now this.
and now this.
So first non-music pin for Ray Day in some time here. Ever since Avengers. And if you look back to Avengers, I think Ray Day's come a long way.
Yes.
He was, in my opinion, it was very ambitious, everything that he brought to Avengers, but a little lost on most folks as far as which gem to get and where to put it, and in the end, it kind of ultimately doesn't matter. But we weren't really getting any sorts of Avengers gem mind brain fuckery with any of that.
Keep in
Right.
mind, Keith, when he designs the rule set, Ray Day may have implemented that, but it's probably Keith who created that system.
I don't believe that. I think I remember Keith saying that the gems were not. He was kind of just like, hey, yeah, do whatever you want to with the gems. And then that Keith's main focus was assembling the Avengers.
Okay.
So I think the gems, since it was weird times with COVID happening and
Sure.
everything like that, somebody else took that portion of the rule set and ran with it, and it just kind of ended up becoming a bit of a monster.
Which is so crazy
Now,
because... Oh, sorry, Mike. Yeah, go.
Who was the new guy? And I'm drawing a blank on his name that was working with Ray Day on this.
I have a
He
picture
talked
of
to us a
him.
couple. Oh,
Mike
man.
Vinicor.
No, it wasn't Vinicor.
No,
it
no.
was
New guy, Mike Vinicor.
New guy.
the new guy. I didn't upload a picture of him
Oh.
in here. That
Gonna
is
drive me crazy.
too bad. Nope.
He's super nice guy, but Ray Day was talking really highly of him too.
Is there
That's
a
interesting.
chance- Is there a chance he was on the premiere stream?
He probably was. On
Okay.
top of that, that guy evidently spends a lot of time over at Logan Arcade. He is a big because we ran into a bunch of people at Logan who were playing Killer Queen. And we ended up getting introduced to the people running the Killer Queen tournament over there and the person who runs the bar. And they not only are ridiculously cool individuals, but they had nothing but like positive things to say about the guy who just got a job at Stern, was working on the new game, and already, like you said, Paul and Mike, Ray Day had nothing but super positive things to say. And it was so awesome to hear these guys over at Logan Arcade kind of talk about their buddy who was making it big within Stern, who's they just kept referring to him as a genius in so many different ways that you could see when he was playing Killer Queen and all of these other games. Now working at Stern and getting an opportunity to impact the direction of rule sets for games. It was just fun to kind of connect some of those dots there as well.
And he was not he's number 1 in the state of Illinois.
Yeah,
But
yeah, that's oh my god, Illinois.
Doing it on purpose.
I
here.
know. He does that and the other one. What was the word?
Irregardlessly.
Okay.
Well, similarly, we've got a
That's a good one. I got to remember that one.
Liu Kang.
All right, so yeah, you guys are getting all the inside jokes here from Basement Dads. But where do we want to go next here? I mean, we all got the chance to play it, of course. Do we just want to go with. I guess we want to kind of spell it out, right?
Yeah.
What do we got on the play field here? Would you call this George? You say that Borg likes to do a tribute to his previous games quite often, right? Your Rush is very similar to X-Men.
Similarly,
Yes. X-Men and Rush, Guardians of the Galaxy and Metallica, and even though some people disagree, even in this very room, I'm going to say Munsters.
And Monster Bash, but that was not John Borg. That was
Yep, that was Gomez, right?
Yeah.
And what else? You had X-Men, you had that. You have The Walking Dead, which is unique. And then you have Tron and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So there's a lot of repeats. This is not a repeat. This, as far as I can tell, is a unique layout from the Borg.
Are you sure it's not a repeat of Metallica?
I'm pretty sure it's not a repeat of Oh, no. No, so the scoop's on the left, and I guess this would be the left orbit. This would be the drop targets, the 3 inline drop targets, maybe.
See, my argument with this whole thing, George, is that you can do this with any fan. You can do this with any
Deadpool.
fan layout.
No.
You could say this is a repeat of Game of Thrones.
Oh,
if
and
you
I forgot
wanted
about
to,
Kiss.
Okay, which was also not.
Don't
that's a
ruin
Steve
it. This
Ritchie-
was the positive thing that I really wanted to bring out about Borg is that we got a unique layout. Don't.
right. But what if you're wrong?
I'm probably wrong.
But also, I'm trying to say if you're not right or wrong because the point is moot. People get into the weeds about this, about what's a fan layout. Oh, if it has an upper flipper, then it's not a fan layout. Basically, what all a fan layout means is that it's a game with 2 flippers, is what it comes down to. And so if a game with 2 flippers, if one game has 2 flippers and another game has 2 flippers, is it a copy of the 2?
No.
Yes.
And on this, definitely not.
Mike says yes.
No, because this one has pop bumpers. Here, look at that. Pop bumper here, completely
cool.
unique.
These are cool.
Right, but you say
These are very cool.
completely unique, but Munsters, you called Munsters like an episode or 2 ago a copy of not Monster Bash. You called it a copy of Metallica, even though Herman Munster is not in the same exact position as Sparky. He's a little off to the set, and you said, close enough. But those pop bumpers, those are close enough, George. That's a Metallica layout that I'm looking at here. It's a carbon copy. The point is stupid. I'm sorry. It's just dumb. Not every single fan layout is a carbon copy of another fan layout. I can see the whole copy or tribute or
Sure.
rehash when there's upper flippers involved. When it comes to X-Men, the OG X-Men and Rush, I can see that. I can see it on a few other things, but I don't see it so much on a fan layout. You can say this, it looks just like Metallica just as much as you could Game of Thrones.
Okay. I think you've won me there, that when it comes to a fan layout, there's only so much you can do.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
in the end, original design by John Borg is what we're getting at.
All right.
Bringing it all the way back around.
Yeah. Now, Mike, let's talk about our favorite shot on the playfield to start and the mech and the toy associated with it. What do you got, Mike?
Oh, it's Jabba the Poo and the toilet shot. Absolutely love it. I do. Although I do wish that the drain mechanism was a little bit steeper so it can end quicker. But yeah, I do love that shot. I do. It was a lot of fun.
It's kind of hard to tell from this top-down view. Why do you call it Jabba the Poo? That entire line
Jabba the Poo
rhyme.
because you shoot up this ramp with the I guess it's sand. Oh, it's gone. And it's gone.
And it's gone. Give me a sec. I'm going to try and find it here. There has to be another
Rolling.
picture.
Like it's an enduring, endearing, fun comment because it is a fun shot. if George can find it.
I'm gonna find it.
Searching.
This is the pro that I'm looking at here. I'm never gonna find it on the pro
Oh,
page.
you won't find it there, George.
All right, it's
Oh, that's
cool.
tough.
It's cool.
We gotta have a good shot of it. It's gotta be in here somewhere.
It's gotta be somewhere. Hold on.
Hold on. Oh, there's lit up poo.
That is the lit up poo, but you can't see underneath. We're gonna find this.
It's really fun.
It's
fun
covered
shot.
here perfectly
By
this. Yeah, you can't see it. All right, hold on.
Well, we didn't think this through, did we?
Nope. Sorry. We're gonna find
It's
it
like kind of like it.
here.
There's Mr. Gomez. There's Mr. Borgie.
You can kind of see it here, sort of.
So it's similar to, I guess the only thing I can think of, because we owned one way back when, was the Pirates of the Caribbean, the JJP, where it goes down the maelstrom. It's similar to that, which is super fun. Like I don't know.
Another
anytime I
similar
see
thing
one
would
of
be
things-
whitewater.
Yeah,
Whitewater,
the
yeah.
the
Forgot about
whirlpool. Also, Cactus Canyon has one right next to the flipper, right?
Does it?
Is it Cactus? Maybe it's Mustang.
Creature
Somebody
from
has
the-
one. Okay.
Creature from the Black Lagoon has one next to the flipper.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
call
it's right underneath, and the
this
ball
shot
goes up
here
the
good.
ramp. Yep, and swirls around in there.
Swirls.
It resembles and is actually like the Sarlacc pit. So you're like getting eaten by the Sarlacc, aka Boba Fett. Bye, bitch. That's where he goes. So yeah, that's a good shot. It's fun. I do enjoy
But-
that.
Within 10 seconds of you playing this game, Mike, you were quick to point out that the swirl kind of just looked like it was Jabba the Hutt's toilet.
Jabba the toilet.
Jabba the toilet. So we need to get a sticker in there, stat, to help
Yeah.
remind us that this is the Sarlacc pit. Which, by the way, in
Yes.
the movie, the Sarlacc pit is not underneath Jabba the Hutt. Now that I think of it, the Rancor is underneath Jabba the Hutt. Like
Yes.
they move his thing out of the way so that way they can drop people into the Rancor pit.
Yep. Can I pet that dog?
I was waiting for it. Yes, it is completely transparent, Tess Bishop. But moving back here to the LE, the next major toy is this thing that goes up and down. Paul, what's happening here in the middle?
Oh, it sounds kind of personal. No, that's our Hyperloop or Hyperspace ramp on the Premium and LE. That's going to start in a lowered position, and it becomes fully raised up. And it leads into a little cutout in the back, which will return back to your left flipper. So it's very, very repeatable. Fast paced, a lot of fun. For that, I think it'll also start a 2-ball multi-ball as well.
Yes.
I could never tell if it was a mode I was starting or if I was doing something to start the it was light speed multi-ball or
Yeah, it
Hitting
does
that
start
ramp
your
3
Han
times.
modes.
okay.
Sorry, what's that, Mike?
I think you had to hit that ramp like 3 times in a row. I'm trying to remember, but that would start it because I started it by only aiming for that shot to see if that's what did it, and it did start.
Started the multi-ball, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
two
the
ball.
2-ball.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yep. 2-ball multi-ball there. That's arguably the easy fun shot on the game, if there is such a thing on a John Borg layout.
Yes. For certain, that is the only
There is
easy
now.
shot
You
on
can
this
use it.
game.
There is now, for what you
There
just
is-
said, Paul. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
I guess that's something else that we can kind of mention here is that each shot has a unique character on it. And that's kind of how you start your modes. Very similar to how Jaws and Walking Dead work. So once you have your modes qualified, then the Sarlacc pit shot that we had just covered before with the whirlpool Sarlacc toy underneath Jabba the Pooh and everything. That's Chewie's shot. Center shot is Han. Those are the only two shots that we've covered so far, right?
So pause it
Yeah.
right there, George.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
So
Perfect.
how to qualify your modes? You got to hit all of those stand-up targets to the left and right of the different shots.
Yep. You have to spell force. Force.
Now, at least on the version that we were playing, you didn't have to hit every single target. I think you could hit
Oh,
other
you're right.
targets multiple times, and it would spot you the targets that you hadn't hit. So not quite as difficult as it's sounding here.
Yep.
But not easy either.
So to the left of the Lightspeed ramp, you have a ramp going up into the Death Star. And you can see a ball going three balls coming out of the Death Star just then. You have to hit this shot though with the door closed in order to open it. So think Groot in Guardians of the Galaxy, meaning that ball when you hit it is coming right back down at you. And going back here, you can kind of guess.
The door closed.
Yeah, this is the door closed. When you hit this, it's actually coming pretty close to the middle of your flippers.
Yeah.
Like
It's pointed directly at the trough.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And on a pro, there's no door, guys. It does not open up. It's just a dead end ramp.
Is that true? I thought it did open.
No, on a pro, it is brutal, man.
Okay. It does make it tough. I do want to point out that shot also is very tight.
Yeah,
there
it is.
One easy shot in this game. Every other shot is fairly tight.
Yeah, they're all tight like a tiger.
Yep.
Yeah, John did good with that, I think.
But your Death Star shot, actually right now is a great picture that you have up for it. It's Lando Calrissian shot.
It is Lando Calrissian.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Then you got your light lock to the left, which is C-3PO. You've got Luke over here on this shot. I think this is Yoda on the far left orbit.
Correct. Yeah.
And if we go over a little bit more, you got Han on the center ramp. Lightspeed because of the Millennium Falcon.
Chewie is on the whirlpool shot, followed by Leia on the right ramp and Obi-Wan on the far right orbit. Yeah.
So I want to go back here and take a look.
I was going to say, the mech to open the doors is actually pretty cool. I don't know if you guys got to see it in action, but the door opens. Oh, if you get back to that other shot, like you can see it. It actually see it? You watch what it does. It completes the rest of the ramp.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So that's really, I think it sounds simple, but it's actually something that's well thought out, I think, in my opinion anyways. Maximize what you're using.
Yep. Love it. I wanted to come here and show the next mech. You don't really interact with it directly, but it seems like this is kind of the cool, engaging toy on the pinball machine. You have this AT-AT Walker, or I don't like saying it. Mike, how do you say this?
It's properly pronounced at.
I don't like it.
Right, but the other one the AT-AT has 4 legs, so the 2-legged one is obviously called the ATST. Right?
Yeah,
Atst.
Is that accurate? It's the
No.
You don't call it the ass hat? Is it, sorry, the ass?
Did you just say ass hat?
Yeah, because that's how it should be. The ats. The other one's not called the ats.
No.
No.
Called the ATST.
Oh,
and mostly
okay.
to confuse
So then
George.
this one's called the AT-AT.
Yes.
No, at.
Owl pointing
I'm
out.
not making this up. You're attacking me. I feel attacked.
Do you feel at attacked?
I feel attacked.
Is this? Oh my gosh. I think we just discovered what, especially on this channel, what the two-legged one is called. Is it the chicken at?
Chicken at attack.
Yeah, it's the chicken at.
Love it. This is what this toy does. It lays down.
It goes to sleep.
It does go to sleep. And what's nice is it does play the video as well. Like you get to see this.
You ready to go night night?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sleepy.
Very sleepy. I do want to point out while we're you know what that I'm not going to get into that. We'll come back to that. Let's keep walking around the playfield.
All right, so Luke, to cover real quick, I don't know how much we really want to cover a target, but the target is your droid's shot too. By the way, we might have skipped over that one.
Okay.
But Luke locks your balls so you can
There's
make
a saucer
that
back there with the vuck.
make that chicken at go night night.
Yep. Then there's a left orbit. There's a scoop over here. This scoop is particularly difficult to get at. And then over on the right.
Okay, that's also your Darth Vader mode start.
Yes. Sorry. There's because it has Darth Vader's head on it. I also have a really good shot of this Darth Vader head. Let's do that. Look at it with the red in the background. I'm very impressed with my own handiwork here. Thank you. Thank you.
It fully looks like he's decapitated with the
does
blood.
look like he has a floating
with the blood
head and he's
spilling
just
onto the playfield.
A lot of
bleeding
blood underneath
profusely
him.
out. Yeah, exactly. Nailed it. What else do we got here? It looks like it has candy inside. It does look like a Pez dispenser.
It's a pinata.
Over on the right, we've got a right ramp with just a swirling standard right ramp, and then a right orbit, I think, with a spinner on it, and that's the Obi-Wan shot. Then there is the Stormtrooper stand-up target, and then you have these two pop bumpers. And that's the... Oh, and there's also down... Wait for it. Here, there is a magnet underneath the flippers that is a kind of a skill shot magnet on the premium and the LE that allows you to use the force to pull the ball out of the trough and save it.
Owl Anonymous wants to know, were the pops evil?
What do you guys think about that? Do you guys think that the pops were evil?
Not
I expected more
particularly.
evil.
I also expected more evil. Yeah.
Yeah, I also
They
didn't.
weren't terrible.
Did you guys get borged by the center guide rail on the left side?
Did. I got borged at least twice.
I never got
I did
borged.
not.
Really?
No.
I did not.
No. So I don't know. It's maybe Owl Anonymous. Maybe those pop bumpers were evil, but no more evil than what you would expect from the rest of a Borg layout. If you're hitting shots, you're doing well enough to survive another flip. But if you're missing shots, then look out. That's just a general Borg game overall.
It is. Now we've gone through each of the shots. I think now we're at a point where we can start to get into maybe some opinions of gameplay. Mike, why don't we start off with you? What did you think of how the game shot?
Well, this screen is great because before I go into that, the Spike 3 system with their upgraded amplifier and the separate mid, lows, and highs channels, which we've always had the separated mids and highs, but having that tweeter separated out with the more powerful amp, that was actually really nice. Like you could get... It's not about making it louder, but it's getting the clarity out of the call outs, the sound effects, the music, so your score, all of the production pieces that they go through and put all this time into, and having the equipment finally getting the capability and power demand that it requires to get that kind of clarity and understanding was, I was super impressed. Let alone I really wanted to dig into George's brain, Gomez, that is, about like how they got the bigger screen into the same size back box without
Oh yeah, that was
losing any real estate for the back
George who was
glass.
saying that was his project. He was
Yes.
personally assigned to that
Yes.
one, and said it was kind of challenging to get it all to fit in there.
Yeah.
But
And
it's done. Alanana's, by the way, each cabinet art is unique. There is nothing copied, nothing mirrored. On the Pro, you have Endor art primarily. On the LE, you have Hoth, and on the Premium, you have a kind of a collage of all three.
yeah, it's like
Movies.
a Death Star.
If
the
anything,
battle in
it's
the Death Star
leaning
and
into, on the side art, it's leaning into Empire Strikes Back.
yeah.
Premium, honestly, the premium back glass is pure artwork. This is amazing. I've got a beautiful close-up of this too.
Yeah, I'm getting some heavy Drew Struzan vibes. That's my favorite artist. If you're not aware, all of your favorite movie posters were painted by the same guy. And this is not his artwork, but it is very similar to it. There you go.
Oh my god.
Very similarly.
I want to point out something here. Zombie Yeti involved in this art package. It seems, I don't know if this is always going to happen, but at least for some of the big stuff, Stern is now going the direction of several different artists on the same game. So Zombie Yeti helped out with a lot of this. I don't remember specifically what he did, but there was a division of artistic labor. And George Gomez assured all of us that AI was never used at any point in the creation of the art on any of these machines, which we all thought was pretty funny.
I don't know. Doesn't R2D2 have a third lens there in the middle?
Right there. I see it.
Yeah. But this is the premium translate, and it was said immediately right there within 5 seconds of us being shown the artwork that the premium translate should have been the LE back glass. And without a doubt, this is just straight up art.
Yeah, I think I have to agree. If it was me, I think there's something in the way the process of order of processes that they do things there as to why we have the art packages on the models that we do, which I can't quite remember right now, but exactly as to why. But if we could go back in time, I don't know how much if you guys agree or not, but I would pick the Endor art package for the Pro, the Hoth art package for the Premium, and the collage for the LE.
Yep. That's it's
I gotta
really
go
easy to
movie.
say that now. Say it again.
Yeah, I gotta go movie. I just got a soft spot in my heart for the Hoth because Empire
Okay,
Strikes
so you
Back is my favorite.
you like it the way it is. You think they
Yeah, because I mean the reason why they did what they did is the overall art packages need to match the back glass too, and I'm talking about like obviously the side art and all of that fun stuff.
sure.
Oh yeah, I forgot the little at.
Yeah, there's this little at that shows through the LE hardware. And I want to point out, you really can't see it here because no matter how much you enhance, you can't add pixels. Well, I guess if AI was involved, it probably could clean this up. But it kind of reminded me of the 1980s sticker books. Like somebody slapped a 1980s Star Wars sticker book sticker right in the hardware. It was the first thing I thought when I saw it. And I know it seems silly me saying it like that. And when you kind of look at it, you're like, huh, that's weird. I don't know why I loved it. I thought it was the perfect little reference to me being a kid and me literally having all those stickers because my grandma bought me a Star Wars sticker book, and I put the stickers in all the places that I ended up getting yelled at by my parents. I would just like put it on their car, and I would put it on the refrigerator and all these places. There was AT-ATs, there was Luke Skywalkers and Darth Vaders all over the place, and that's kind of what that feels like to me. Like somebody snuck that sticker into the hardware. All right. So we started the direction of what did you think of the gameplay, Mike? You like if we zoomed out in your room right now, everyone would see that your entire room is artistically designed to Star Wars in the coolest, most awesome way. So you are a diehard Star Wars fan. You are like, I feel like you're constantly at the galaxy's edge.
Disney.
All the time at Disney. Like this is your world. So I'm really interested to hear what's your overall opinion of the game, and then of course how do you think it played?
So the first pinball machine we bought was Steve Ritchie's Star Wars. That was our first pinball machine. Back in 2017, 2018, something like that. And I still like it. It definitely punishes you more than it probably should. After playing this one, though, people coming into the hobby brand new that are drawn to the theme of Star Wars, which clearly is a lot of people, and if they go the route we did, this is the best example of Star Wars pinball that is out there today. Regardless of where you think that bar is, this game is incredibly approachable. So I could take like my mom can come over. She don't know what the hell she's doing. She's flipping hitting the buttons, and but she could walk away feeling like she accomplished something in the game, even though she doesn't know anything. So approachability is extreme with this. It's really good for that front, and yet, of course, it's hard to judge on code yet, but because it's still early and we didn't really get to dig too much into that.
There's a
with the
lot
time
there
that
I
There's
think
still
that we
a
just
lot
didn't.
there.
Yeah, we just didn't. We weren't. I think we were a little busy rubbing shoulders, having a good time while we were there. As far as delving into code that isn't finished yet. But yeah, sorry, go on. I didn't mean to interrupt you, man.
No, you're good. You're good. And like the wire forms, the returns, like over the at, I'm going to keep doing that to drive George insane too.
Thank you.
It resembles the the snow speeder going around it when they trip it up with the cables. So like just little touches like that are awesome. And you got a vertical up kicker just to the left of the Death Star. That's where your ball lock is for the Luke shot. And overall, I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. I enjoyed it quite a bit as far as being able to approach the game, not know a dang thing, get some. And I even using the stand-ups to trigger a mode, like, is fantastic because people who walk up and just flail away, well, what the hell do you think they hit most of the time?
Probably stand-ups.
The left and right of the ramps. So they're going to accidentally get into a mode. So that's how all this is like playing into it. So yeah, I enjoyed it. And the pop bumpers do add a little bit of chaos. I did not get burned by them too frequently. So that's fun. It felt pretty balanced because I even asked, am I going to yell at curse John's name the second it gets into those pop bumpers? And he flat said no. I did ask that. I think if you pull the video, there's me on there asking that question. So yeah, I overall it is a fun shooter, and it is the best Star Wars that is out yet, in my opinion.
I want to move on to Paul, but we got a great question from Pinball Geek in the chat pointing out that we don't have dedicated New Hope art. Does that signal that we're going to get a 50th anniversary in 2027 edition package of this game? And I absolutely think we're going to get a 50th anniversary edition of this game in 2027.
There's no doubt that we're getting a 50th anniversary edition.
Yes, with sparkly playfield, I'm guessing.
I don't know if it points to New Hope artwork or not.
That's an interesting catch, though, because I did not catch.
Oh no, I was talking with MJ earlier today, and he immediately said that too. He's like, "What? It's just the
episodes 5 and 6.
Yeah, it's the last two movies. I don't get it. Why is there no New Hope anywhere?" And I think it was all in the trailer, at least the video footage that was on there. I don't think there was a whole lot of New Hope in that either. So he was waiting until I said Leia's name before he was like, "Oh, okay, there is some New Hope in there," which I don't know why I had to. Leia's in the other movies. She's in 5 and 6.
Yeah, she's in all
Right?
of them.
So I don't know why that was the trigger, but no, there's over 1,000 movie clips in there. They're not just from episodes 5 and 6. They're from all of them. But sorry, what's the original question here? How did it?
We
She's on to
digressed.
something.
Yeah. We digressed just to take a look at Pinball Geek's thoughts.
Sure.
Good catch. But now, following up to Mike talking about the game, Paul, what do you think? What's your overall thoughts?
General impressions.
Yeah.
Okay. I do want to agree with Mike that I think it's great for a great pin to have at home, but for an entirely different reason. I don't think it is approachable in some sense, but like, I don't know, my mom might even be older than Mike's mom, and she's not gonna know a whole lot here. And getting some fundamentals down with my mom is not really gonna happen. But if I'm suggesting this to somebody who wants to get into pinball and has it at home, I'm still gonna suggest this game because it's gonna help them get down fundamentals on pinball play. It's gonna teach you how to backhand. It's gonna teach you how to get some maneuvers, some key skills down, so that you can carry yourself well on a lot further on any pinball machine. So I still would highly suggest it as a home, a game to have at home. But even further than that, I think it's a top-notch, or at least it's going to be a top-notch tournament game.
I would absolutely agree. This is going to be an amazing tournament playing machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Brutal,
wanna take over, though.
challenging. It's if any of you all here on Twitch who are pinball nerds caught Papa Worlds in Schaumburg near Chicago the weekend before, we all got to watch Z-Mac play like a 2-hour-long ball on King Kong. The stream unexpectedly or expectedly, depending on your viewpoint, ended at 2 a.m. If we swapped out this game with the King Kong game, I don't think that would have been the case. It would be a lot shorter, which is going to help tournaments in general, the pinball community in general, keep their events moving along. And I don't know. That's kind of the big gripe that people have with competitive pinball is like, it's, since we're not all playing at the same time as we would with like a bash 'em up or a fighting video game like Mortal Kombat. George and I are literally playing simultaneously. While we're playing against each other. It's not like I go and then now you go and then I go again and now you go, which is very much how pinball is. So the longer each player's game takes, the more it kind of turns people off to it to an extent, not entirely, but there's a higher chance of it turning people off.
Okay.
I can see. So when it's a little bit more brutal like this, where there's tight shots that if you miss, then you are in trouble, then I think that's going to bode well for tournaments in general. But is it friendly? No. It is not friendly.
Why do you say it's not friendly, Paul?
I mean, we're literally looking at the LE here, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the Death Star does not open. If you want to pull up the Pro features, you thought the Death Star open. Let's find out.
Okay.
Pro Edition. Does it open?
Lower the shields to dismantle the battle stations during Death Star multi-ball in order to save the galaxy.
I could have sworn that Ray Day said it didn't open up.
It may not have opened up while we had 4 players on the game, kind of like a virtual ball lock.
Oh, maybe.
Let me just double check.
I mean, in this picture, I can tell that it's lowered. Just in the overall, but no, that's the LE. Okay. No, even on the Pro, I can tell that it's lowered.
Yeah, I think it does open.
Okay. I don't know what I'm talking about, guys.
Okay. Redan did
played
saying
the
Pro
Pro?
doesn't open.
Yeah, Redan is taking that information from me before, and I think we're proving me wrong right now is what's happening. I'm misinformed somehow. I feel like I've been gaslit by Stern right now. I could have sworn that the thing didn't open. I thought, Redan is feeling gaslit too here. We're looking at the Stern page.
I'm not sure if it open. If it doesn't open, that shot when it rejects by hitting the wall, it looks like it should come down to the right flipper, but it
does
often
not.
goes straight down the middle.
Yeah, it is aimed straight for your right nut. Is
But I
where it's
don't-
going.
I think the Pro is always open,
Okay.
and then it.
No,
remember
it's not always open on the Pro. Because then that would have been like the go-to shot for me on that
Yeah,
game
'cause
because
I
it
only
would have
played,
been
like,
just
2 games,
absolutely
I
safe.
think on the Pro or 3 games. I don't remember.
Okay, so that's something to be figured out. Unfortunately, we did every time we played it with more than one person, right?
Yeah, and
Because
I
there were
think
so
we
many
were
people at the event.
primarily focused. Like they had how many different Pros and LEs? So there was a Pro, Premium, and LE in the Pinball Alley room, the arcade, or I guess we'll call it the Pinball Alley, the replay room. That's what they call it. Is the replay room. And then they had the arcade where they have all of Stern's games.
Right.
Like every single Stern game. And they had I believe they had a Premium and a Pro there as well. And then there was also a separate room where everybody was getting their one-on-one time with the game. And that
premium.
was a premium as well, I think.
Yes, that was
Yeah,
a
it was.
premium.
So there weren't a whole lot of Pro copies there, and the majority of my time was on either a Premium or an LE. So I can't say for certain.
I'm just trying to see if they. Oh, here we go. We got the Pro. Oh nope, that was the Premium, limited edition.
Yeah, we're looking for Ewoks. Show us those Ewoks, George.
It's not gonna show us. Okay, we're not gonna get that one answered. I think right away.
I can go through my personal footage and see what I have here.
Okay.
There's that was the shot we were looking for before.
I'm gonna jump in. General impressions is this is the Spike 3 launch. They chose a fantastic license, arguably the only license bigger on the planet than Harry Potter. And it feels like they went maybe a bit too safe on the game. It shoots fun. It is brutal. Like there's only one easy shot on this game, which is the center ramp. It's achievable from both the right and the left flipper. And every other shot either puts you into danger or is a tight shot. That said, you can backhand the left lock. You can backhand this ramp. technically you're supposed to be able to backhand the lock shot into the Death Star.
Yeah, Steve Bowden said he did it, but Steve Bowden's also like crazy freaking good, guys.
Yeah.
So, time to hone in your skills, though. It's doable, but
I did it
requires
once.
a lot of skill.
Yeah. I saw it being done. It just wasn't easy, and like not easy. It's almost like backhanding the left ramp on Jurassic Park.
Maybe you could do it. We're having trouble repeating it, right?
Yeah. The right ramp here into the Sarlacc pit was absolutely backhandable, and I abused that all the time. I actually, on the Pro, was able to backhand the right ramp. So a lot of backhanding for safety in this game. The Darth Vader shot on both the Pro and the Premium, incredibly difficult. It is even more off the tip of the flipper than Guardians of the Galaxy scoop. You have to let it start rolling off before you flip in order to achieve it. But for me, and I think we all agreed, either Paul and I talking or Mike and I talking earlier today, it's kind of missing the wow factor. And this could very well be, I say that, but on the back of Harry Potter, Evil Dead, King Kong, and Dune, all 4 of those games coming out either late 2024 or in 2025, the bar has been set higher than it ever has, in my opinion, historically. And it feels like for Spike 3, the first time we're launching on this new equipment from Stern with all these new capabilities, and I love the fact that we're getting HDMI out with audio, all of this cool stuff, and on top of everything else, it's Star Wars, and they went old school. They went Fall of the Empire, which is a great name to cover the episodes 4, 5, and 6. They're not pushing any crazy boundaries here. They're going with the things that have been successful, and this is pretty far down on the list of games that I would ever want to bring in-house. And to me, it's because there's not a lot going on the playfield. That said, I'm really excited about the rules, and if this game is going to be successful, I think it's entirely in the development team's hands right now to turn this into a standout game, which it absolutely could become. But with the early code we have right now, and just playing with the layout, it feels like it feels safe. I think that's the best possible word to describe what I think Stern did with this first game.
A safe board game? What?
No. A safe, like they didn't go too crazy. They didn't try to do something.
No-brainer license is what you're saying, right?
Say it again?
A no-brainer license.
No-brainer license.
Okay.
They didn't do anything on the playfield that's likely going to break or cause any significant issues, because there really isn't anything to break.
I did pull up the feature matrix, by the way. The Death Star toy is the same on all models.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It opens on everything. Don't. Sometimes I lie to you, Dan, and I just like it.
He's an unreliable narrator.
No,
sometimes.
I fully thought that that was a dead end shot. I was convinced for some reason. I don't know why, but it is not. It is not. It opens on all models. It is. Yeah. Dang, dude. Yeah. It got dark. So yeah, I don't know. I do have a feature matrix up here if we want to go further into depth. But as you were saying, George, no-brainer license, no complicated mechs to break and cause issues like the Dungeons and Dragons dragon, like causing fires or something.
Sure,
like
and there was
that.
issues with the magnet. There's always something kind of unique and dangerous. This is a safe play for
Tried
Stern.
and true mechs.
Yes.
On this one,
All
Okay.
over the place, and on top of that, this game is going to make bank for operators. Like Paul, you've mentioned multiple times that Star Wars owns, and even though there's so many people that dislike that game, is this high on the earning list over at Pinball Jones?
Yes.
Okay.
Even though our regulars are our bread and butter at Pinball Jones, they are not the majority of our sales by any means. There's all the regulars are going to have to start popping out a lot of kids in order to compete with all the families that come down there and play the shit out of Scooby-Doo, for example. So all of our regulars are not huge fans of Scooby-Doo pinball. They might like the theme just fine, but they're not. It's not their go-to for the most part. There's one or two players that absolutely love the game.
Sure.
But it's not high on everyone's list on league night when it comes time to pick a game. However, the game makes more money than pretty much most pins in there.
Because it's Star Wars.
Well, no, I mean, I'm not even talking about Star Wars. I'm talking about Scooby-Doo. And so you can imagine that it's even more so with Star Wars than it is with Scooby-Doo. And also, this is it's a Borg. It's going to be not playing as long potentially as the Steve Ritchie one does, right? So if it's a hot IP that I don't know, with some folks, I would argue that the Steve Ritchie off the plunge where it hits the stand-up targets and drains you and then ball saves and then drains you and then ball saves and now you're done.
Yep.
Because it drained the third time.
That's fun.
Is not encouraging people to put their quarters back into the machine. That's not the experience that you get with this game. Even though it is, I have said that it's brutal. It's challenging. But I think it's very good at teaching you fundamentals on how to backhand shots. George and I were specifically taking the bangerang out for a spin.
We did.
Right? So you full plunge. You let it dead bounce off of your left flipper over your right flipper. And as soon as the ball hits that right flipper, as soon as it bounces over there, you back flip it. Not a backhand because it's on the... Back flip is a backhand only when it's on the fly, and it'll go scoot right up that right ramp, or you said the orbit too, right?
Yes.
Orbit shots?
The right ramp or the Sarlacc. I never made it to the orbit.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Orbit's a little wide, so but I can see both of those shots, and that's fun in and of itself. Like that's not something that Stern told us to do. It's just a maneuver or a skill that George discovered years ago on TNA, and we've just been seeing what it works on.
It works on so many machines.
It works on so many friggin' machines. Like, so it needs to be a new thing. I don't know, Paul. Our Star Wars wants to kill me. Oh, wants to kill me?
Yes.
I think Dan is saying that the Pinball Jones Star Wars wants to either kill Dan or kill me. I think it wants to kill everyone.
Yeah. It plays pretty brutal.
But yeah. So
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Paul.
No. It's just in general. I think it's a good tournament game. I think it's good to have at home because it's going to teach fundamental skills. And you don't want an easy game at home. You will get rid of it too quickly. You will get bored of it.
Point.
Right?
That's a good point. Yep.
Yeah. So I have a Walking Dead at home. I should be selling it right now.
Yeah.
It's still at home.
So
okay.
I got a fun one. Oh, Mike, you wanted to bring up McGruber's comment about Cool Toy.
So when I first started playing this, I don't recall having the issues of going all the way around on the plunge. But then after I was watching George play, and then controlling the ball, I stopped full plunging it and just dropped it off of the edge to get a better shot off of the right flipper when it gradually moved down. But I didn't notice that issue.
I definitely noticed it.
There were
For certain.
Really?
So
Could not full plunge.
There were setup issues that as somebody who sets up machines for a living, that is game tunage stuff. So the pitch of the game is in regards to how steep it is, and then also its left to right lean is what all of that was. Because right out of the gates, when we walked into the replay room, they had the pro and the premium at like a 45-degree angle from the wall so that Borg could stand in the middle of them. And immediately he was like, can we pull this over so I can, angle it and actually show people the game? And so they did. Yeah, you can see right here. So you have the looks like, that's the pro on the right.
Yep. Premium on the left.
Angled at a 45-degree angle from the wall. So the premium that Ray Day and Borg are surrounding right now was at the opposing 45-degree angles, but now it's straight up against the brick wall. So where's it supposed to be leveled at? There's no completely even floor in any given building. Everything's made to, if there's a flood, it's made to be drained, have the water drain out of there, right? So if you pitch it one way and you move the game that much, it's no longer pitched right.
I'm going to jump in. McGruber is saying maybe this is more like Iron Man or The Walking Dead. I actually love the comparison to Iron Man. There's nothing crazy going on in Iron Man, and it's a fantastic game. It's a very straightforward, simple layout. It's just kind of brutal, and I absolutely feel like this Star Wars is right in line with something like Iron Man. And knowing that Ray Day has got several games under his belt at this point, and I think has definitely figured out how to balance a high-level rule set with things that can benefit not just the upper echelon of the top 1% of players, but also has kind of figured out, I think, over time how to make it fun for everyone. I feel pretty confident that this is going to be a game that pulls people in, and maybe, Paul, as you were saying, it gets them to spend a lot of money because it's a bit more on the brutal side. But there's going to be things in here that also will do very well, let's say, in tournaments that will stop hour-long games happening when ZMAC gets a hold of it, or Escher or Ray Day gets a hold of it.
They'll still try.
Sure, of course. But it definitely feels very, very much like Iron Man. I think that's a really great comparison, and it just locked in my head kind of where I think of this.
Yeah, Iron Man arguably had more interactive toys with the Ironmonger stuff and the Whiplash magnet type of thing.
We didn't touch on the MagnaSave yet, though. Either.
Yeah, we still haven't.
Yeah.
Did you guys have a whole lot of success with the MagnaSave? Because I did not. I didn't use it very often, just because that's how I was using my phone on a like a selfie stick tripod thing. So hitting the center button wasn't really a thing for me while I was getting footage anyways.
Yeah, I had some, but John also told me the trick to it as well. There's like
you guys
a
got the
little
inside
bracket that kind of forms right before the actual drain itself, and you got to wait for the ball to hit that bracket, and then you mash the button, as us Southerners say, mash the button. And depending on your charge, which you build up through the spinners, so there's Jedi on the screen, the 4 letters, and as you hit the spinners, each of those letters start to fill up, and it activates, or allows you to activate, starts blinking when you get the first 2 letters. And then with maximum power, after you get all 4 letters, you can do this maneuver that he just showing right here, where you can kick it up and all the way over into the shooter lane.
Okay.
And I did that one.
I never got the inside scoop. I was watching the premiere stream today, and the whole team, even one-armed Jack Danger, who once again dressed up like Luke Skywalker after he got his arm chopped off in Empire Strikes Back. I don't know why that guy's always showing up to these premiere streams in costume. No, clearly joking. Even Jack was MagnaSaving, whereas I wasn't sure if I needed to hold it or tap it. And I'm wondering if that's going to be something that I hope they spell out a little bit more with maybe some display things or maybe
Well,
some tutorial videos on their little attract mode before you start playing the game, because it's one of those things that's not immediately intuitive to do.
Agreed.
But people will
And-
want to do it. I guarantee people will want to do it,
Yeah.
but figuring out how to make it work is something that just requires a little bit of instruction, not much.
And I think like the video, I don't disagree with you, Paul. And I think the video, one of the introduction videos, they described, or maybe it was when we were there, it is a skill to actually get it to do that. And learning that skill is part of the process.
Yeah,
But
100%.
you need, like help, you know?
They said it was a skill to fill up the gauge, your Jedi gauge, right?
Right.
And then it's also a skill to be able to use
Utilize.
the magnet effectively.
And you fill it up by hitting the pop bumper, which puts you into danger, obviously, because the pop bumpers are so close to the flippers.
No, it's the spinners. The spinners.
Oh, it's the
are what
spinners. I'm
fill it.
sorry. Yeah.
The pop
Yep.
bumpers are your ion
Ion.
cannon. So
That's
your
right. Yeah.
The pop bumpers will build your shot multiplier.
Got it. So Darkstar asks what I think is the next best question as we're approaching close to 2 hours here. And Mike, you have to be so tired. I'm sorry we're up so late. But pro versus premium. What are your
Good
thoughts?
question.
Mike, what do you think?
Oh man, so being a Star Wars nut and an elitist, as people call it, I like my champagne, but I'm on a beer budget. Man, that's a tough one because the Pro, in my opinion, so the difference with the Pro, we haven't even just got into that.
Yeah, I have the feature matrix up right here.
Yeah, you want to
If,
start
yeah.
there?
Sure.
Okay.
So
Give me a
one of the
second.
major takeaways from the Pro is that Magna save. So you don't have to have that skill to ball save. You just hit the button.
Yeah,
and
you get it.
save it. You know.
Yep.
But you get everything else in the Pro. Oh man, it's just hard to beat. And I don't know.
You don't quite
Go
get
ahead.
everything else. The center ramp doesn't raise and lower. The AT-AT doesn't go night-night. And no magnet. The big
no
one,
magnet.
the big
But
one
those
is the
aren't-
no magnet.
Oh, and also no Sarlacc pit. Sorry, the guy just above the Sarlacc pit.
sculpts.
Jabba. Yeah, you
Sculpts
don't get
are
any of the
gone.
sculpts.
Nope. Yeah,
Yeah,
none
no
of the
sculpts.
sculpts. Pretty much.
Which-
Hold on. There might still be a couple sculpts in there.
You do get the Death Star, and you do get the
Falcon.
Millennium Falcon.
Okay, the two that everybody like are musts for
The
everyone.
iconics.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
But
also get
it's
there's
still-
a TIE fighter sculpt on the right ramp? Do you still get that on the Pro?
I
don't
don't
think so.
think so because I took a
No.
picture of it. It's
No,
a
I-
piece of plastic. When it comes back on the right ramp, you're talking close to the
Oh, okay, just flat plastic.
flat plastic.
Okay.
I also
Yeah.
want to point
Stern
out.
can do a lot with some flat plastics, and arguably TIE fighter is already flat plastic.
So
And the
go ahead, Mike.
other like features in the Pro that you do lose out on that I wasn't even thinking about was you don't get the option to put in the expression lighting on the Pro.
That's what I was going to point
That's
out.
true, too. Yeah.
That
Yeah, and
maybe
That-
doesn't
that's
seem all
tough.
that important, but man, that made all the difference in Darth Vader
It did.
modes when the whole play field lights up bright red, or it lights up blue. Like it adds that special something. But that's
Yeah.
weird because
it really does.
for me, I don't think the premium or the LE is worth it because of the whole budget thing. So I would shoot for the Pro, but God, it sucks not having the expression lighting kit or even the option to add the expression lighting kit because it's not pre-drilled out or set up in the playfield.
Yeah, I think that was
Yeah.
kind of the business model. That
Sure.
was in the plan.
And for me though, like I love the Empire Strikes Back, so I'm like already gravitating towards the LE because that's all of the artwork.
Yeah.
The Battle of Hoth.
Yeah,
And then
I'm
it's
gonna go.
got all of the fun candy on it. And we noticed they took
Best
off
Star Wars.
all,
Can we all agree that Empire Strikes Back is the best Star Wars movie?
I mean,
Of the
I-
original
yeah.
3 episodes, sure.
Yeah, of the original. We're just talking 4 through the 90s haven't happened, George.
Okay. Well,
So-
not even the 90s. I just would add Rogue One is the only thing I'd say it comes even close to Empire.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
the of the 3 movies that are featured in this game, right? Empire is
Yeah.
Right,
the
right,
best.
yeah.
Okay.
And then it just comes down to which art package you like the best, or what you're willing to spend, how invested
Right.
into it you are. And Spike 3 on it, like the introduction to it. Yeah, of course, Spike 3 will expand as they continue to produce and learn how to utilize that even better, like as they move forward. But I think this was a great. I don't know. For me, it would be LE, but I can totally appreciate pro buyers because I also think that's where it's really at from financial standpoint.
Mike, knowing that we're almost certainly getting a 50th anniversary Star Wars, would you do the LE now and then trade it for A New Hope? If that comes out, let's say, assuming based on what we've seen so far, if we got a New Hope art package with the sparkly playfield in 2027?
I've already done so many financially irresponsible things. Like I'd probably have to wait. So, because like right now the market is not great, as everybody knows,
Right.
at least for secondhand. So you really got to weigh it out. And I hope the companies are starting to consider that because it's not COVID anymore. I know that gets beat into the ground, but it's one thing to lose like $1,000, but then you turn around and you lose like $4,000 or whatever it may be, as an example. Like it's just harder and harder. So you
Yep.
know that this is coming, potentially a New Hope version. I don't know. That's a tough one. It's a tough one.
That's a tough one. So I hope we Darkstar, you have lots of questions about what to get. Darkstar asks the question, should they get rid of their King Kong in order to pick up Star Wars?
No.
Paul, yeah, what's your thoughts there?
No, I don't think you need to do that. You have the pin that you have. I mean, that's also all relative too. But what version of what model of Kong do you have, and what model of Star Wars are you looking at?
I want to add, if I had to go Kong Pro for Star Wars Pro, I would not make that trade.
Yeah, I wouldn't make that trade either.
Let me play devil's advocate. I don't
Do
know
it.
Darkstar. Darkstar doesn't really know us. I don't know what their play style is. He or she may like Star Wars better. It's all in
Sure.
their personal taste. So I highly recommend playing it first and
Yeah.
seeing which one you like better. But give it a fair shake. Like, don't play it once and have a frustrating game and walk away like it's the dumbest thing ever. Give it a fair shake and see what you actually think of it.
Kong LE and open to any Star Wars. I'd still keep your Kong over this. I don't know. You're gonna be able to find them, right? I don't think our Pinball Jones is getting one immediately. I believe we're actually going to be holding out for the 50th anniversary edition, because we're in line to get a Harry Potter. We should have had one by now, but business stuff happens without divulging more and getting into a whole nother topic altogether here that is not what you guys came for. Yeah, we want to attract we already have a Star Wars pinball machine in the arcade. Is it the new spanking new one that is probably going to go over a lot better than 40x multiplier Star Wars?
God.
I think it'll be a bigger piece of the pie, but it'll still be it's still going to be the same pie though. So we already have a Star Wars pin. So putting another Star Wars pin in the same arcade, it's not really going to make any more money, but getting a Harry Potter in there would at the same time. Don't get me wrong. I want it. I want to play it. I want to have keys to it and be able to play it in my arcade. But at the same time, I think timing wise, with where our business is at and the other pins, the other titles that we're looking at getting. It's a safer bet for us to wait until the 50th anniversary edition comes out in a little over a year. And by then, the code's all smoothed out, too.
Right. I'm going to jump in and use your Harry Potter thing as a segue into Kirk Hobbs' question. Star Wars or Harry Potter, George?
I got it.
You got it? Okay.
George.
Yeah.
He's going to go Dolly Parton all day. He is not a fan of Harry Potter at all, but...
I'm definitely Harry Potter, but Kirk Hobbs, you know me. That's the yeah. And in fact, we went and played at Logan Arcade and in Terrium, and Terrium had a Harry Potter. I put one more game. I'm trying desperately not to play Harry Potter because if I can make a Harry Potter happen, I want that, like, I got it here and I finally get to figure out the rules. So I'm purposely being dumb every time I play it to not figure out how to play it, and that's really hard. But yeah, Harry Potter.
You chose the Dudley house.
The Dudley house. The Gryffindor?
Sorry, the Dursley? I'm getting names so wrong. It's been a minute.
Oh, sorry, Dudley.
Oh,
I don't know why I was thinking of
Dudley.
Neville when you said that.
Yeah, I did get it right.
Gandalf
Okay.
the Grey house. Gandalf the Grey house with Captain Kirk.
Yes.
Somebody else was asking, do you go for Star Wars or Walking Dead remaster?
Good question.
I think you go with The Devil You Know.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for either a Tron or a The Walking Dead remaster. If it's Tron remastered, that's without a doubt the all hype on a Tron remaster. I love The Walking Dead. It's just not a theme I'm super interested in, so I'm a little less likely to make that shift. But I feel like even our conversation has talked me a little bit more into Star Wars as a just solid competitive game. Also playing through some of the modes, like there's going to be a lot of depth in this, and I'm excited to see what the dev team with Ray Day at the lead end up doing, because Rush is not my favorite band ever, but probably the most fun I've ever had getting to a wizard mode was in Rush. I loved every second of that, and I know Ray Day had a heavy hand in Rush code, so I'm excited to see what he does with Star Wars, in the hope that it somehow mirrors a lot of what we got in Rush, that level of detail and that level of depth. And if we get that in Star Wars, I think Star Wars at the end could just be kind of a brutal game with a really deep rule set that allows for a good reason to bring it in-house. Paul, as you said, there's a lot of opportunity to learn some of the basic skills, but at the same time, there would be an amount of depth and difficulty that actually getting to the end game may be really, really tough. And
Oh yeah, that's something that we hadn't mentioned either. Each one of those shots has a separate character to it, so those are your modes, right? And each one of those characters has 3 different modes. So that's what do we say? Yoda, Luke Skywalker. I think that's actually catching on the internet, since that's the loop shot
24.
around the AT-AT. So it's Loop Skywalker.
Yeah. I like it.
All right,
24.
so 20, okay, you already did the math. Thank you. Thank you so much. Nobody wanted to hear me spell it out. Yeah, so 24 modes to get through with wizard modes, hopefully sprinkled throughout. We don't want to make that James Bond kind of grind before you get to one wizard mode, like early game James Bond kind of grind, right?
yes,
Because that's how the code initially was on James Bond, where he's like, you got to do all this and then all of this, and there was no wizard mode sprinkled in between. So, yeah, listen, to be perfectly honest, it didn't hit me very hard. I wasn't immediately wowed by this game, but over time, like seriously, as the more I look at it, the more excited that I'm becoming about it. And I'm not just like saying that with rose-colored glasses because I just got back from my Chicago vacation or anything. Like, legitimately, I'm trying to look at this game as objectively as possible. And I thought the toys were a little lackluster on it. But if you think about it, I don't know, like, look at Foo Fighters, for example. We had a post under the flippers and an alien sculpt for toys, right?
Right.
And an upper play field. But is that a toy? Really?
It's a hard comparison, I think, to make because, there aren't a lot of toys often, I feel like,
The game was just weird, though, right? The game, that was kind of the draw to Foo Fighters, at least initially, at least for initial sales, is that
Sure.
It was Jack Danger's debut cornerstone game, and Jack's weird, and so's the layout of Foo Fighters, right? So, so that was the main feature of the game. It didn't have all the toys, but it had this wow factor that isn't immediately apparent on this game. But you have Ray Day. You have Vinicor on code as well. I didn't realize that while we were in Chicago. If I had, I probably would have talked to made it a point to tug on Mike's ear for a minute. But he was busy. Mike was busy talking to a lot of people. Between and I think he's just busy in general between Wick, X-Men. He's working on this game. The man's doing a lot.
Yeah. He did a couple modes in D&D.
Yeah, and in Raymond We Trust here as well. It's been a pleasure, honestly, to watch Ray Day's growth with Stern over the years. From I think all three of us can. We were all deep into the hobby when Avengers came out, right? Followed by
Led Zeppelin.
Yep, Led Zeppelin. I guess I went over his career earlier in the episode here.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's honestly been nice to watch someone's grow, like how just not. I wouldn't say their abilities because like Ray Day came out swinging with Avengers. Like arguably it was too complex. Was everybody's issues. Is what I don't know.
Yeah. No, there's a lot there. There's no question. There's depth. There's a lot to learn. There's many different ways to play it. It achieves everything. It was just. This is in my very humble opinion here because I know there are people who are much better players than I who love that game, but it's too much for me.
Not my favorite.
Yeah.
We didn't even touch on Anthony Daniels' call-outs, which were amazing. And
C3PO does the call-outs.
Yeah, 1,000 video assets to plug away with. So Lord knows what we'll end up seeing out of that group 1,000. Maybe all, maybe just under. Who knows? But growth is there, and man, that was those were great. The C3PO call-outs were awesome. They were awesome. A lot of energy. They were good. They were good.
I gotta find that picture again, just because we all got to hang out with Dwight.
Yeah, Dwight has nothing to do with Star Wars here.
Nothing to do with Star Wars.
That was the last Star Wars.
We
not
just
this
all,
Star Wars.
We just all like Dwight.
Yes,
and
we all
Dwight is
like Dwight.
amazing.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yes.
We watched an assault happen too with Dwight and Jeff.
Oh, that's right. Jeff from Dirty Pool Pinball got choked by Dwight.
A consensual assault.
Consensual choking. That also sounds funky.
What kind of podcast is this?
Yeah, exactly. And if you're gonna choke, make sure it's consensual, everyone. Okay. Y'all, there's probably more that we can do, but we have kept Mike on way too long. Mike, thank you so much for staying up so late and for jumping on. Thank you for joining us in our trip and trek to Chicago, aka Elk Grove, for the Pinball Media event. Everyone, please expect this to be published hopefully tomorrow on all of your favorite podcatching utilities. Our podcast is Basement Dad's Pinball Podcast. I know that's a mouthful, but that's where it gets launched. We took a break, and in doing so, we maybe made it difficult for you to download new episodes. We already published season 2, episode 1. If you're having problems, feel free to delete us and then re-add us in order to pick the episodes back up. We will also be back on again relatively soon to finish part 2 of the Spike 2 era, where Paul and I made it from the start of Spike 2 to COVID. We will pick up, and Pez is rating us with 26 people right now as we're trying to sign off. Pez, thank you. We are just finishing up. We're going to take this fantastic raid and send it off to MPT3K, I think. It is an at raid. Yeah. Let's go hit up Manu, the only adult in this group of late-night pinball streamers. Oh, Paul, you got something.
Well, we end every podcast with a dad joke, right?
Right, yes.
All right. Well, why didn't any of Luke Skywalker's marriages last?
I don't know, Paul. Why?
Because he always followed Obi-Wan's advice. Use divorce, Luke.
Oh, womp, womp.
I love it. Y'all have a great night. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's go raid MPT3K.